They were erased from history, forgotten, written out of the victory. But without them, the Allies would have lost World War II. This is the story the world chose to forget. 2.5 million soldiers, the largest volunteer army in history. They fought in deserts, jungles, mountains, from Africa to Asia to Europe. They bled, they died, they won battles that changed the war. But when the victory parades happened, they weren't invited. Who were they? Indian soldiers, fighting for an empire that enslaved them, dying for a freedom they didn't have. India wasn't free in 1939. It was a British colony, starving, oppressed. But when Britain declared war on Germany, India was dragged into it. No vote, no choice, just orders. But something strange happened. Millions of Indians volunteered, not for Britain, not for glory, but because they believed if they proved their worth, India might finally earn its freedom. They were wrong. 2.5 million men joined the British Indian Army. Sikhs, Muslims, Hindus, Gurkhas, farmers, villagers, men who had never left their homes, suddenly fighting in foreign lands. And the world had no idea how critical they would become. North Africa, 1940. Italian forces were crushing the British. But then, the 4th Indian Division arrived. They didn't just fight. They dominated. They captured 130,000 Italian soldiers. They turned the tide of the entire African campaign. Burma, 1944. The Japanese army was unstoppable until they met the 14th Army, mostly Indian soldiers. The Battle of Kohima, the Battle of Imphal, some of the bloodiest fighting of the entire war. Indian soldiers held the line, fought in monsoons, starved, but never retreated. They stopped the Japanese invasion of India. If they had failed, the war in Asia would have been lost. Italy, 1944, Monte Cassino, a fortress the Allies couldn't break. But Indian soldiers climbed the mountains, fought through machine gun fire, and took the monastery. They were everywhere, in every major battle. But history forgot their names. 87,000 Indian soldiers died in World War II. More than Australia, more than Canada, more than many nations we celebrate. They earned 30 Victoria Crosses, the highest military honor. But when the war ended, Britain didn't keep its promise. No freedom, no independence, just more years of colonial rule. And when the history books were written, Indian soldiers were barely mentioned. Hollywood made movies, monuments were built, but India's sacrifice erased. Even today, most people don't know. They think World War II was won by Americans, British, Russians, but without India's soldiers, D-Day might never have happened. North Africa would have fallen. Asia would have belonged to Japan. 2.5 million men fought for a world they would never fully be part of. They were used, forgotten, erased from history, but their blood is in every Allied victory. Their sacrifice made the modern world possible. This isn't just a forgotten story. This is a deliberate erasure, a manipulation of history. And the question is, what else has been erased? What other truths have been buried? Final pause. They deserved more than silence. They deserve to be remembered. If this story shocked you, share it. Let people know the truth, and subscribe for more hidden stories from the darkest war in history, because the real history is the one they tried to hide.